friends, welcome back to my another video. In today's video, we are going to start a new chapter in our grammar topics, which we are going to start, which we are going to um, uh, do a proper reading in our English subject and solving. We are going to solve the questions of it. Now, let's start with it. Read with me clearly. The story, the fun they had, they takes us to the world of the future where the children study in a virtual classroom. The learning is through computer, software or the internet or by a robotic teacher. Many exciting new technologies would by or continue to transform the world and improve humanity welfare. Here are two of them. When these become reality, then the generation may ask with surprise, people were driving the cars. Self-driving cars. Now, self-driving cars exist today that are the safer than human driven cars in most driving conditions. Over the next 3 5 years, they will get even safer and be in the mainstream, just a car reshape. The world in 20th century, 20th century, so will self-drive carring cars in the 21st century. In most cities, about 20 to 30% of usable space is taken up by parking spaces by and most cars are parked about 95% of the time. Self-driving cars will be in almost continuous use, most likely hailed from a smartphone app, thereby dramatically reducing the need for parking. Cars will be communicate with each other to avoid accidents and traffic jams, and riders will be able to spend commuting time on other activities like work, education, and socializing. Now, second one is drone and flying cars. Roads are where we are going. We don't need roads. Dr. Emmett Brown GPS Global Positioning System, which was started out as a military technology, it is now being used to hail taxis, get mapping directions, etc. Likewise, drones had started out as military technology but are increasingly being used for a wide range of a consumer and commercial applications. For example, drones are being used to inspect critical infrastructure like bridges and power lines, to survey areas struck by natural disaster and many other creative uses like fighting animal poaching. There are startups that use drones to deliver medical supplies to remote villages that can be accessed by road. There is also a new wave of startups working on flying cars, including two funded by co-founder of Google Larry Page. Flying cars use the same advanced technology used in drones, but are large enough to carry people due to advances in materials. Batteries and software. Flying cars will be significantly more affordable and convenient than today's planes and helicopters. Means in this chapter they have made explained it as that future cars, self-driving cars about and drones and flying cars. They have explained, they have make an glimpse of the future, that if the future will have the self-driving cars and drones and flying cars. Like self-driving cars, like the car which makes the people only sit, and the car goes automatically by present by its own self, because without getting controlled by a human. And drones and flying cars like the cars which get flies like a drone, and same infrastructures like a drone they have to made in that cars. And the car can would fly, but the one person can only sit in them, because batteries he have said that said us that to carry the batteries. batteries, materials, software of the car, advances of the car. It will be so tough to do that all. So that's why they have made it the only one person cars like this. Now we are going to solve the question of it. How will the self-driving cars or driverless cars be safe? How will be how will the self-driving cars or driverless car be safe? You can see that in some cases, if the driving driverless cars, the self-driving cars are driverless cars, can how can be they safe? They are not safe if because in the story they are telling that the patient only the one person can sit and they can't fly that much, and they are not that much advanced, but they can also fly in some stages like this. Now in question they have asked us, what do you understand by cars? Will communication with each other communicate cars will communicate with each other? Like this they have asked. If the technology get advanced and they have as made it a new futures like communicating with the cars, which is an AI communicator in the car which communicates with other car, and they drive by their own. Like this we can do in this question, we can write in this question. Now in third question, what are the advantages of the self-driving cars? Advantages of the self-driving cars are, so that they drive by own, and they they drive by own, and we can the person which are presented in, as a passenger in the car, if he has to not control the car and operate the car, and the car drives by its own. Now, what is the use of GPS? The GPS are used in taxis and in apps for catching the thieves, hackers, and catching the datas and drones and cars. They are used GPS, and GPS full form is Global Positioning System. So, okay, so in fifth question, they have asked us, what is a drone? What are its advantages? The drone advantages are, they flew away and they have a small camera which makes a recording in the other device, which plays a recording of the flying of her traveling video. It shares and traveling video, and it shows us the traveling video, and drone flew above 1,000 feet and 900, 800, or 600 feet. So drone doesn't get tired of it. So now this was the future cars and the questions of it, which we have solved and do as an activity of reading, and I hope you understand it. What are the future cars, and I have make the things more clear. Thanks for watching my video. Bye bye.